What's up, all you rock stars? Coach Yancey here. Today we're talking ground strikes with our most fit core hammer. Some of you may be swinging sledgehammers. A lot of you now have the most fit core hammer. I'm using an 8-pound a day. We also have a 12-pounder. No matter if you're swinging a sledgehammer or the most fit core hammer, the mechanics I teach you today will apply to both. One thing that I really like about the most fit core hammer is we can do strikes almost anywhere. Concrete surface here, on the grass, the turf, in the living room, all kinds of places where you could not, or in a gym where you could not do strikes unless you had a tire to hit. Okay, I grew up on a farm. As a young man, it was just necessary that I learned how to swing a splitting maul, an axe, and a sledgehammer. I coach a lot of youth and adults in the cities, and no harm, no foul. They've just never been in a situation, most of them, where they've had to learn how to swing a maul, an axe, or a sledgehammer, or a core hammer effectively. This allows us to bring what I argue one of the most functional strength training exercises. Anywhere you are, you can swing this thing without tearing stuff up. Okay, with an 8 and a 12, you're gonna get one or the other. I recommend going with an 8. I like being fluid and fast. You might work up to the 12. I end up swinging the 8 more than the 12 just because I like the speed in the motion. Every joint in the body is working when we do strikes, which means every muscle is being utilized. That pretty much applies. If we're using all joints, we're just about using all muscles for exercises like that. And this is one of the few movements, strength training movements, that requires all of the joints and the muscles to be performed. Okay, we're gonna start with our handle parallel to the ground. Nice soft knees here, slow motion. We're gonna come up. Notice the hand is at the head here. I'm gonna come up on my toes and I'm gonna strike. Okay, notice how, from the side, notice how the handle, nice functional neutral spine squat, and the handle's parallel. One thing we want to avoid there is this. I see a lot of this, and you see the shock radiates up through the handle. So a couple things we can work on. One, we've got to be able to do functional squats. Okay, you want that functional squat. One thing that I like about striking the ground is you get that hip mobility. You're naturally going to get lower. If I'm hitting a tire, I'm stopping about right here. On the ground, I'm getting nice and low. I coach over 100 exercises using the most fit core hammer. This is just that basic staple. I love the balance and the coordination that comes with a good ground strike. Okay, I'm going to tie together 6 reps, going alternating from side to side. Right, left, right, left, right, and left. Okay, so what you saw there is as I swing, I just pocket. I just put it right in this right pocket right here. And now I'm parallel to the ground again. I'm ready to go. Put in this left pocket here. That's how we alternate. Again, very important is working that low squat. Okay, so when you see ground contact, let me freeze frame this one. Again, that handle is parallel to the ground. I really want you to focus on that neutral spine squat. Let's talk about what's going on up here. You know, if I pull 100 athletes in, high school athletes, about 90% of them do not have a good functional strike with a sledgehammer or a core hammer at first. But again, the balance and the coordination aspect, the confidence that you get with this full body strength training, powerful strength training move. Now, when I say power, if I want to, if I've got a good strike, I can get aggressive. I mean, I can really bring 100% like I was there into that ground. Okay, let's break down in a nice slow motion. Let's break down the muscle. So I like to start in a little bit of I come up out of this little bit of a squat, and then I rotate. I've got a transverse movement here, some nice trunk twist. I come up, handle is still up by the head, and then as I come down, this hand just slides down, and I finish with both hands on top of each other. Okay? If you're doing the same side, like 5 right, 5 left, you know, it's the same motion over and over. You notice every time I come back to this handle parallel. Now, I'm not freeze framing them every time, but in that split second, you see me come back to this start every time. Now, a couple left, tie them together. Nice and fluid. Okay, with the alternating one more time, right, and then left, just put it right back in that pocket. Okay, let's go into the anatomy a little deeper. A little bit of a bicep curl here, you see this? A little bit of a shoulder lift. See this shoulder? So I'm coming up here. Check that out. You ever done that with a weight? You ever done a bicep curl with a weight? You ever done an overhead press with a dumbbell or a barbell? Of course we have. On the pull, back and bis. On the press, chest and tris and shoulders. Okay, again, that trunk twist, working some core in. Now when I'm up here, I'm violently pulling down. Okay, so we're getting some lat work, some more back muscles. And now we're in this deep squat, right? Well, we gotta come up out of that squat. So we're getting some good body weight squats. Okay, that's the anatomy, basic breakdown of ground strikes with your most fit core hammer. I'm gonna give you a couple bonus exercises. One that does not require strike, and then one that's kind of an advanced move. I call these paddle row with a press. I like the balance and coordination that it takes, okay? And I'm gonna press, and I'm gonna switch. I love the switching. If I did like 5 right and 5 left, it would not take the coordination, the mental focus that it takes for me to switch and have no false movements. That's paddle row with paddle lunge with the press. Now I'm gonna show you halos. Around the world halos. Okay, again, opposite side. So a little bit of external rotation with that around the world swing. So I'm bringing a big 360 swing, and then I stop it here, nice and fluid. One more, around the world, halos. Okay, basic moves with your most fit core hammer. This hammer's probably seen 50 to 100,000 strikes. Trained tons of people with it. This is the 8, the 12 back there. Enjoy this tool. Virtually indestructible, 100% urethane head. I've had this one for about 5 years. No damage. The thing literally looks brand new. Thank you all for tuning in. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. Rock and roll.